All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look. It's Wednesday, right? And today is Wednesday. Let's take a look at what we've got. Tuesday, swing day. Market comes down a little low on a Tuesday. This is the Tuesday. Okay, that's the closing right there, which is pretty much the low of Tuesday. Wednesday just stops sweeps and goes up. Now for Wednesday, let's put in the hours first, shall we? All right, so this is what it's looking like. Now, as you can see, we're all stacked up pretty much in New York. And we've got what, 12:45, 225. 225, okay, 225. This could be a level where we could like push up into, okay? And the market can change direction between 3 and 340, but as we get to 340 it's going to be a little energetic. So let's check if there's news to go with that energy. Let's just check it out. Just bear with me. Better safe than sorry, because we got no hours after 4:20. So the whole day can flow into Asia. Okay, so it could like really go into Thursday. We've got news at 9. Do we? FOMC minute meetings. All right, so we have to. Wow, that is going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? What do I have at 9? Let's check it out, because I got nothing at 9. Okay, so you're going to be a bit careful, but let me just double check towards 9 o'clock. Let's do this. PM apply. We're going to have a pushy day. Okay, so the market can still be pushing. Okay, and then let's see, 8:55. He's going to start talking at 9 my time. And then if I do, let's say 9:15, apply that. Okay, so he's going to drive us somewhere. Now listen up. Once he starts talking, it's a different ball game, and then the market should lead us. Okay, it should lead us into Asia. All right. So when he talks, okay, when he starts talking, you can have a setup. You can have a setup beforehand, basically. There. So things could be going in a positive direction. So if something was going down, it could be going up. So let's check the swing days again. This is gold. I've got Tuesday, swing day for gold. Okay. And then pretty much Tuesday low was there and Wednesday it picked up. Okay. So if we want to take this up again, it's logical we can take it up again. All right, you can see that there. Okay, if we take it up, we can take it up. So what to do? If the market comes back down, if the market comes back down into 420, all right, so yeah, 3 to 340 and then to 420, all right, then you can look for a buy if we're like retraced. Okay, make a mental note of 7 to 730. All right, mental note. I'm just going to jot this down here. Okay, mental note 7 to 730. I'm not sure if that will make the market turn, but we should keep an eye out for 7 to 7:30. All right, so I'm going to jot that down. Okay, so I just added a sentence there. So, take care to read Wednesday. Okay, if it finds direction when when the Fed starts talking, then what you have to do is just follow it to closing, because that should go all the way into Asia if it's going to move. Right? If it moves, it will go to Asia. If it doesn't move, Asia is going to give us a good opportunity to get into the market for a trade. So if you're trading the Asian session, then look out for the Thursday Asia session hours. All right, then they're going to be like working for you. All right. Okay, so let's put this down. Okay, so if we're like back down here and we can go up, see, this is a stop sweep. Market comes here, it's very fast, dips down, gets back up again, and doesn't close below, pretty much on the red there. Okay, so we'll have to see how this goes. You just have to be careful. Make sure if you're going to buy it at a price. 36 is today, 2961. So that 2961 is there. All right, so if that does come down into a trading hour and you want to buy, that's okay on the daily. It's okay on the weekly as well, because you got 295356, which is already done. Okay, there. Okay, so if we dip back down again and you want to buy, okay. If the market is around here at those hours, you want to buy, do it with a tight stop loss. I think you can, and then you can push it up. Okay, if you're going to buy that way, make sure to cover trade, manage the trade as we market moves up, if it does move up. Euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar, Tuesday was a swing day. I said if it comes back down into retracements, you can buy it. Okay, and that was the trading hour. Once again, that the market bought there, comes back to retest, does a stop sweep, and then goes honky-dory, and that was a target. So we should be all laughing. What to do with this? Well, we can follow this through, but look, okay, we're following it through. The next swing day on this is later on down the line, so you can follow this through. If it comes back into the high of yesterday at a trading hour and you want to take it higher, you can. Okay, but it's already like in this flow, so I don't know if it'll come back or not. Okay, and this is a breakout, so if it does come back, go for it. And 58 again is your 1136, as you know. That's the weekly. It was done before in any case, as you can see there last week. So we can go up there again. It's not a problem. The trend is up, as you can see here from our technical analysis as well. You see the impulse pullback, sideways market buying the lows. So this is like all good for us. Friday also I think was a swing there, wasn't it, for the euro dollar. So this is exactly in line with our technical analysis stuff. It's done a 25% there. It's done a 37.5 there on a Friday. Monday opens up buying. Okay, at the same zone, you can see. Okay, so following it up into that zone again. All right, let's take a look at SP 500. Now SP 500, we had Monday swing day. That was your Monday swing day, wasn't it? Was it Monday swing day? Yeah, it was Monday swing day. So that's your Monday swing day. All right. The market's done it nice and easy. And what? Well, this was like yesterday, wasn't it? We had a PST weekly and that's it. PST weekly at the right time. If you sold here, you should be in the money. Okay, and all should be honky-dory. So nothing to worry about. Market came up into our trading hours. It was a PST on the weekly, I recall, because I was following it. There you go, PST on the weekly, market selling off, all good. All right, so what to do? Well, keep selling. Okay, there's not much else to do. We should have a keep selling. This is the red zone. Let's mark it in a little bit. Okay, so this is where we want to get into. That's the gap fill. So the market should push back down here. All right, and that's your red bar there. And that's where we should get into. All right, so from here we might have a bit of a bounce. This is going to be an energetic zone here. Okay, it's the Mars line there. So the green box is looking good. The next swing day is not until later, so I think pushing it down into the next swing day is all good. How do you want to do it? Well, every time the market comes back into a trading hour, the daily pivot's good. This zone is good because, let me see, was it that one? This is the bar. This is the bar that's causing it. So if the market does come back up there, opening, closing there, daily pivot, you want to sell at a trading hour. I think it's doable to push further down. Just make sure you know where you're going, which is going to be around here. So mark this red bar. Okay, this red bar, 4765, 4713. So that's like a target zone. It can go a little lower as well. Later on we will go lower. Okay, we will be like coming down. Okay, so down, up, down, like we've got room to come down. Okay, so you can follow it into that direction. Let's go into Dow Jones. We don't have a swing day until later on, so just selling it down is the way to go. Let's do it. Once again, PST pricing at your trading hours of yesterday, 7:30, wasn't it? 17:30. 17:30 is there, 17:20 is on that bar. So the market comes in very nice, exactly how we like it. Trading hours, PST, bang down. And that's basically your bang down. That's basically your bang down. 37, 39,486. 39,486 up there. 481, and that's basically it. So we've got room to come down. Yeah. Let's tighten this up a little bit. This is a zone we want to get into. This has got room to come down, guys. Okay, so even lower, if I just push this down here, we got room to come down, and so on. So yeah, any push up you can sell off. Where daily pivot's okay. If it mucks around here and you want to do a stop sweep and sell off, if it does that at a trading hour, that's okay. And I can't think of anything else. There aren't gaps there, so the only thing is the daily pivot. If it comes up and sells off, I'm okay to sell that off. Okay. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. All right, NASDAQ. So this is NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the weekly again. 35, 18,250. Okay, so this is, we knew this anyway, right? So if the market goes up, we sell off, comes in nicely right into there. Okay, PST level at the trading hour, selling off, selling off. Are we going further down? You bet. Where to? I did draw this. We should come into there, and then there. Okay, so we should come into a bit of this zone, and then this zone, and then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, but we should come to okay, we should come back into these levels. Okay, so I suspect we're going to have a downwards motion in the summer. We'll pick it up later on. So we should come into the goodbye kiss, this green bar zone here. What you want to do is you want to be careful here. I said be careful in this zone because this is a zone. All right. Now if the market doesn't, selling here is also a bit tricky. So think about it for all the indices. If you're in a green box, if you're in a place where they've done heavy buying before, selling in that zone again is a bit tricky, okay? Because like you're in a place where they bought before, and because with short-term trading, you have to be careful. So let's take a look at what target I've got. On the HCL one is 15,672. So that 15,672. Oh, come on, mate. 15,672. Go up a little bit. Okay, it's not doing it. Well, 15,672, so put something there. 15,672. All right, just here. Right, so this has got a bit of room to come into that zone. All right, which is there. So, and then you got, look, 16,100, 16,015. So, you've got to be a bit wise with this. It's got room to come into these levels, but when it does, you have to see how things are panning out, because we should turn around, and when the next swing day is coming for this. Okay, so until tomorrow the market may still push down a little bit, and then here we might go kind of like sideways down or down sideways a little bit, and then look to pick up somewhere. Okay, so be careful. Because then you don't want to be selling right at the bottom on a swing day, okay? Because you're just going to get yourself into trouble. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin, but with the indices, the same kind of thing. If you want to sell again, wait for your setup at the trading hour, do it, and because we're at the lows, take extra care. So if it goes back up again and you sell down, great. You can do that. If it comes down first, then obviously don't sell when it's down, because you're selling at a cheap price, you're going to get in trouble. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right, so here we are with Bitcoin. Now we have Tuesday, Wednesday for this one, so we're going to have to be careful. Tuesday, Wednesday. On the daily, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so I did say, well, we're going down with this one into this zone. Now look at this. That's a pretty sight, isn't it? This is the daily. See where it's selling off? Tuesday, Wednesday. So we should be, we should be heading down on this, because we've got a breakdown here. And where did it sell? At the 42 this week. 80,694. And 80,694. Where's that? 80,694. Well, just here. Okay, so just there on a Tuesday. All right, so weekly PST right on there. So we've got room to come down. Like I said, we should be heading into 68, 65 zone, guys. This zone is where we should be heading into. So I see this breaking down. This, like, it should be breaking down. We can probably go even lower because, let me do this. Okay. Because that's going to be a good buy kiss. That's going to be a channel low. So we still have a bit of room to push down on Bitcoin. Now, if you want to sell, don't sell obviously here. All right. If it goes back up into where 39, if you're day trading, it's 77,630 might be an idea. 77,630 is pretty much there. Okay, so if we head back up there, then selling off here. And this is why yesterday this was a bit, this was the zone here to be careful for. But this should be this was the sell zone. 515, 530 was there. All right, so that was your Tuesday. And also, did we have, what do we have here? See, this is right on the dot when it comes to the price on the PST. And then the market goes down. But the 930, yeah, this is like not a great spot for us. Because there's the gap here, so it's filling in the gap. And then the market goes up. And I didn't have an hour for this. That's 10:35, so that's a bit in the middle. It's just there. Okay, so boom, 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 going into there. So what to do with this one? Well, don't sell here like I said. Okay, why? Because this is a sharp down. They bought here before. Okay, so if you want to sell, they've closed the gaps here, right? And because they've closed the gaps here on the daily, they've taken everything. See, there are no gaps here. This is going down quite healthily. It's a very healthy downwards fall. Okay, so selling further down, I think, is the way to go. If it comes up into trading hours, I think it's still sellable down. Okay, you could do it in this zone. And that's basically it. If you want to, if the market comes up, selling it again is okay. Yeah, other than that, I can't think of much on this one. Okay, but the trend should continue to go down. Okay, the swing day is the swing day for this Tuesday, Wednesday. Remember, so Tuesday, Wednesday, you have to be careful because Wednesday we're either going to go down and stay down somewhere. And today is a bit tricky because, as you know, after 420, it's like a black hole. Okay, the market can just flow in one direction all the way into Asia. All right, because that's what it looks like. So you have to be really careful in the New York session, because if it's at the lows and starts turning, that turn can take us all the way into Asia. Okay, if we're up somewhere and it turns, then it could take us again down all the way into Asia. So be careful for those hours and trade accordingly. All right, I hope that helps. Have a good day.